Hello everyone, thanks for tuning in. I'm Sargel18. Episode 29 of Unchained. Is Kamala Harris the Antichrist? Lucifer, plus Lucifer makes Sargel18 an offer at the Vortex with photos, and I brought out a lot of pictures. Incredible pictures that I've taken and Sandra have taken at the Vortex, and I just feel like showing them tonight, and there's some that no one's ever seen publicly, so hang in there. There's got some good stuff coming tonight. Now, I've been going over Revelation with Devron, who is the hand of God, and my friend, about different aspects coming in biblical revelation between now and 2037. Kamala Harris, since she ran for president in 2019, has tweaked my interest. So in my interaction with Devron, I asked for clarity in what she's really all about, besides what I can pick up myself from just looking at her, which is a lot. Besides all we know about her professional past, letting criminals go, and freeing California, etc., she's behind all that stuff, which destroyed San Francisco. Oh, sorry, did that again. Destroyed San Francisco and pretty much just about destroyed our whole country. And I'll get to that. And then Oh, and she carried that type of strategy and type of negativity that she was promoting on as VP to an insane level, which has basically is crushing. It's crushing the United States. When she first ran for president, she was tossed out without even getting one vote to run for president from, I guess, the committee that does all that. They got rid of her. She was gone without even one vote. And there was like 20 people, including Biden, and Biden in that far left realm, left. After that, you didn't hear much about her. All of a sudden, when Biden won the nomination, he picks her out of the blue, out of everyone, to be his VP. And he wins. Very odd choice to pick the loser to be your vice president, at least as it appears to the public. Now, Harris is a Scorpio. And when you follow a negative path of a Scorpio, you manipulate, you lie, you bear false witness, and if you're in a position, let evil, or crime in her case, and the people that provoke it, reign. And this is what she's done. Everyone knows it, except she'll just lie to you and give you some kind of psychic Aikido evasive answer. All around the thing is, did you let all these people in? Are you responsible? Well, Trump had it bad before that. You know all that. She'll be power hungry and will stop at nothing to complete her goals. There's a lot more about her, but you get the picture. You can sum it up. People aren't all idiots. They can look at it and they can tell when a person's bullshit and when a person isn't. And I've said that many times on these videos. Now, we've seen her accomplish all of this, all behind the scenes, as vice president. That's why you never heard of her doing anything publicly. It's like she didn't exist. But behind the scenes, she is directly responsible for every disturbing act claimed by the Biden administration. Who do you think orchestrated giving Iran almost $100 billion so they can attack and destroy Israel? And everyone knows that, every country, every politician, all Americans know it, and she and Biden, well, according to Biden did it, but she really did it. And I'll get to that, why I believe that is so. She opened the borders so criminals come in and stands there out-faced lying or diverting from the questions about it. Like we're all idiots. But in her mind, and in the people that are backing her mind, we are. That's what they think. Now, there is a very good chance that she's the Antichrist, or the evil person who brings him in. Here's what Devron said. She was the point all along to corrupt America. The Luciferian agenda took her off the list right away for president, so people would forget about her. They chose a bumbling VP, Joe Biden, which they knew his health, or before he even became president, was failing, and had him pick her for vice president. They figured Biden would die in office, and she would become president so Lucifer could continue his destruction in Revelation without any resistance. Jesus made sure Biden didn't die. So they just kicked him out and put her in his place to complete their original plan. Unheard of, this stuff. This is like fairy tale shit, and we're all living it, and I'm trying to explain why. Because it's Revelation, the shit's about to hit the fan. And, I don't know. All this was planned and brought forth right in everyone's face. Now let me show you. Here, I did that again. I don't know why. Let me show you a picture that I found about her and biblical revelation. And could be her. It fits the description. There. When the Bible tries to warn you, you better listen. Revelation 17:4. The woman was arrayed in purple and scarlet, and decked with gold and precious stones and pearls, having in her hand a golden cup full of abominations, even the unclean things of her fornication, of her wants and desires. If she isn't the Antichrist, then she's bringing him in. Look at that. That was in the Bible, in Revelation. And she likes to wear purple a lot. And we all know about those pearl earrings that she was wearing, which are really secret FBI microphones so they can tell her what to say, which has come out. So, I mean, it's all basically, it's like a sideshow carnival, this whole far left thing with Biden and her and what they're doing and all. It's like a sideshow, like a carnival that comes through the town. And that's what it reminds me of. Clowns and shit like that. But don't worry, Jesus and heaven has its own plan, and good will triumph always over evil. And that's the reasons why souls from heaven are here, like myself, and more to come. Souls like mine are the last stand in Revelation. We have reached the plane of heaven and will do anything possible to bring awareness to the masses, especially in Revelation. And that's what I've been known for publicly for over 30 years. So not only do I talk the talk, but I walk the walk. And I always have. Now, let's get on to some of these cool photos that I took at the Vortex. And I have different categories and all, and I just felt like putting some up, but I think some are going to get you. So here we go. These pictures, these things that are out there are kind of light rod bodies. Now, I took this picture, oh God, hold on a second. You know what? Let me restart that. I'm sorry. Let me just restart that. Let me show you this one first. Hold on. I came down on my thing there. What people don't understand is that not only am I dealing with demons and hell rain type beings and creatures, I also deal with a multitude of regular old beings or citizens of their own planet and galaxy that come through the vortex. And a number of times, I found one of the pictures, I got more, I actually see them reproducing. I've seen them reproduce. And they don't reproduce like, lay an egg or have a birth like humans do. It just comes out of them like an energy, and it comes out as a form, I guess, of a young one, a baby, and then grows up. And here's one picture that I caught that was awesome one night. Here you have the creature standing there. Now you can see she's got like a crown thing, and she's standing there, and this little creature just comes flying out of her. This little baby you see there. I know this stretches a bit of the imagination, but you have to remember, things of other realms not necessarily look like anything we have here, and I have tons of pictures of things that I can't identify. Now here's my girl Sandra, and look at those demons that are above her. 3 of them. Horns, face, nose. I took the picture. She was looking at her camera. I took the picture, and there they were. They don't harm us, though. But they're very interested in us when we're at the vortex, of course. Who wouldn't be? Now, this one. I told you I haven't gotten to the point yet of where I start showing you what I'm able to do with the vortex. But this is a little bit of a thing that comes along. There are many fairy tales and legends, as I talked about before, that weren't real, were just stories, until enough people truly believed that they were real. I have that number, and I'll do another video on all of that, because it's important what comes from that. But, yeah, so if 23,365 people, that's the number, believe that something exists, it materializes in a multiverse reality and can come here. Now here, one night I'm back there by myself. I see it, and I'm laughing because of what it is and what it's writing. And I took the picture, and this is what I got. It's a mermaid on top of some kind of sea beast, I guess, riding it. You can see his tail back there. And there it is, over the water. 2 orbs right in front of it. I hope that came out clear. That didn't look good on my monitor here, but I hope it came out clear. Okay. Now, this gentleman here came out to the vortex with us for about 6 months. Let's just say it wasn't a place for him because he disappeared real quick. And a possession was evident. And I asked him, I said, who do you miss who has died at the vortex? And he talked about his uncle. His uncle was his best friend. His uncle was nice. Now, this person is Jewish. As Jewish as you can get. So I took the picture, and what did I get next to him? His uncle. A balding Jewish man with glasses and a big nose looking right there at him, right next to him. Hold on. Here's a close-up of that. You see the bald head, the ring of hair around it, the eyes, the nose, the smile, the eye. I mean, you see everything there. That was his uncle, came and visited him at the vortex. This is one of the things that I can do. I can bring forth these things. Just being around there. Now, the first time that I came upon an ancient god was from Persia, about 500 BC. And it's a god, it was surprising, it's a god that everyone knows about. That everyone has seen a variation of. And what that is, it's a horse with a man's head with wings. And it would fly around like a Pegasus type thing. Well, the first time I came across something like that was at the vortex, very early on, maybe only a month after contact. So it was March 1998. And this is what I got. Now, the picture on the left is untouched. That's it. Now, the picture on the right is the ancient god from Persia that you see all the time. Except on the right, its wings are up. It's got the hair, the beard, the face, the legs. And now, if you look over to the left, there it is. Well, hold on. I wish every picture could be perfect, but if it was, then I'd be a fraud, so do the best I can. Here, I cleaned it up, And you can clearly see the horse's body, the tail, the man's head and beard, the eyes, the nose. Persia, 500 BC, ancient god. That's just one of many that I've come up against. Really was no interaction, it was just the picture, but it was cool. Now, let's see what I got over here. Oh, there's a light rod. Okay, you see it way up there to the top right. And it's solid, and I caught the picture. Now, with that column being 90 feet tall and where that is, this is about 100 feet or more away from me on a 45-degree angle under the bridge. Look at that. Caught it. This is what made so much fun for me at the Vortex. I was always getting something different. Now, here is one that almost hit me. It came right by me. I felt it coming. I spun around and just took the picture. And when I did, I caught this. There it is, solid. About only 5 feet from me. Traveling by. Energy. Otherworldly energy. In your face. All around. And these are all around us all the time, no matter where you are on Earth. Especially at the Vortex. Vortex is like... JFK Airport. They're coming and going through there, so I'm bound to run into a shitload of them, and I do. Well, I did. If I go back there now, I could, but I'm afraid that if I go back there, I might blow that doorway open, and that would really screw over the whole world real fast. So I don't go. All right. Now, that one that, you see that one's way out there. You can see the colors in it. It's solid. It's about 100, 120 feet away from me, down where contact happened at the Vortex. And here, I did a close-up of that one because it was so beautiful. Look at that. What the hell is that? That is intelligent energy from another world, another reality, in our reality in northern New Jersey in 1998, and they're still there now. They've always been there. The Vortex has always been there. It just opens every now and then, just the way the planet is. With me, I go back there, it opens every time. Every time. Lock and key phenomenon. Okay. Now, I got signed by some of the top music people in the world. Elvis Presley's manager, Madonna's manager, Stone's manager, all their companies. No, they've all signed Sargel18 back in the late 90s to do things, and I did my thing and all that. But one of them, the reason I got it was I went to Manhattan. I think it was Rockefeller Center. It was like way up there, and this guy has this place full of pool. Kind of looks like my room now. Pool tables and fun stuff and all. And after the meeting, the one girl from Germany, Scatty, her name is, Scatty Heckmuller. And she said, you're saying that I could buy a camera at the 7-Eleven that takes a number of photos, go back there with you, and I'm definitely going to get something. And I said, absolutely yes. She goes, if it happens, you got it. You got the contract. So we go back. We stop in at the 7-Eleven in Haskell. She bought, I bought my fruit pie, which I always do, and a cup of Jake. And hold on, right. She's looking through the cameras, the instant cameras. Remember they used to have instant film cameras you buy at the 7-Eleven or a convenience store? Well, she bought one that holds 12 pictures. And I think that was the only one available or something. So that's what she came out with. She goes, you have 12 pictures to prove yourself. I said, okay. So we went there to the Vortex, and I told her where to shoot, and I would say, shoot now, shoot me, shoot this. All right, and she did, and we couldn't tell what she got, of course. And then I get a call a week later to come into Manhattan, and I go on in, and she said 11 pictures came out with nothing. She goes, the 12th picture, I got something. And then she had made copies, one for me and one for her, for her people. And this is what she got. That's me there putting batteries in my camera on the right. That's another guy that used to come out, a metaphysician. And look at the solid football orb between us. That's what she got on the 12th picture. Needless to say, I got the contract. Now I'm going to show you something. I got a bunch of pictures tonight, so we're you know, a lot of interesting stuff. All right, let me see this picture. Oh, no, hold on. That picture's coming later. I guess I don't have it. You all heard of gnomes and little elves and creatures like that, like in Lord of the Rings and in fairy tales. They hang out in the forest, they trick people, they help people, they hurt people, they kill people, they do magic. Well, they're at the vortex too. And here is one of my best pictures of one sitting up in a tree watching us. Clearly see the cloak he's wearing, forehead, eyes, nose, mouth. And he's just sitting up there. Of course, after I took the picture and hit him with the light from the flash, he disappeared, but it was a great picture to grab. Now, to end this, I'm going to talk about something that I rarely talk about. Let me light a cigarette for this one. And that is, right after I took the picture of Lucifer as Satan on Friday the 13th, November Friday the 13th, 1998 at the Vortex, about a week or so later, Lucifer made an offer for me to go away, which would basically enhance what he has to do, because I'm there to stop things like that. And he came up in the form of a snake, and he had a little like ghost-like creature with a hat on, and they were offering me this diamond necklace with this huge red ruby stone hanging in a pendant. I looked at the stone. I could see it clearly. I took the picture, and they didn't disappear. Lucifer doesn't disappear when I take pictures. Light doesn't hurt him like that, and like the other beings. And I could see it. And at the time, I hadn't been working because the vortex took up all of my time every day to do this stuff, and every night for 4 years. So I was hurting. I was living from reading to reading. And that's what I was buying the batteries with and stuff, and other people helped. But I looked at it and I realized how much money it would be worth. If that, it was just pure magic and I could make anything I want happen. And looked and just shook my head no and turned around and walked away. I never looked back. You can't buy me. You can't bribe me. And you can't discourage me from completing my mission here on earth. For heaven, for Jesus, God, Devron, Michael, Mother Teresa, Mother Mary, and the helpful Endorian aliens that have been working with me for the last 30 years. But he tried. And I'm going to show you the picture. Now, what am I doing here? What's going on? Aha. Why is it doing that? Oh, no, am I wrong? Okay, I don't know why that's happening, but... Alright, here is this picture. Now, what you see there on the left is what it looked like to my camera. I could see the snake overhead, big head and all. I could see the being underneath, and I can clearly see the jewel and the necklace. Now, if you look to the left to the untouched picture, I pointed it out. You can even see it without me enhancing the red jewel and the necklace in the hand of this being that's underneath him. Now, this is some heavy-duty shit, man. Here is a cleaned up picture of it. You see the snake. You clearly see the snake's head. You clearly see the ghost-like figure with a hat on, eyes and nose, with the outreached hand offering me the necklace with the jewel in it. And here's a close-up, just in case you're not being able to see it, of the being, the hat, his eyes, nose, and mouth, his arm outstretched, the necklace, and the jewel. I didn't do anything to that. That's what it looked like then, and that's what it looks like now in this picture. I just had to clean it up a bit so you could see it better and relate it to the original picture, which you can do easy. Look at that. An offer that I could only refuse. I will never bend to evil. It just can't happen. Once you're in heaven. But even then you could say, well, Brian or Sarge, Lucifer did in heaven. Well, that's a whole other deal there with Lucifer. But to leave you with this last picture, here's one of the fun pictures that I've taken at the Vortex that I have no explanation for except what it looks like. Here, if you look at the actual picture, if you look down near the center on the edge of that river, which is about where I'm standing, about 100 to 120 feet away from me, you see this little being in white. You see his legs and everything. I did an enhancement on the top right. You can see his legs. He's like yelling to me, like, hey, man, do you see me? Do you see me? I didn't see him. I got the picture, though. But that was interesting. I got more like that, too. All right. So, we have 2 weeks exactly to the election. Everybody's hyper. Everybody's tense, which is exactly what Lucifer needs. The more negativity, the more threatening, the more he does stuff like that they makes people do stuff like that, the more energy sops up. So you really got to be careful. Okay? And I want everybody... Oh, before I do that, please leave, if you have a question or leave it in a comment. I'll see it. And please hit the like button and spread this around because, I mean, I'm reaching now to the younger generation. Most of these pictures I took, a lot of people that are watching this right now weren't even born 1998. So I'm bringing them back up. I'm giving the new explanation with them because I died, went to heaven, and came back, so I know a hell of a lot more. And I hope you enjoyed it. I want everybody to stay prayed up, and peace out.